The man kicked a large tree and, before the leaves could fall, took up a fighting stance. As soon as all the leaves had dropped, he opened his hand, revealing that it was filled with leaves. This was the secret behind the punch technique. He then asked the boy next to him to try the same. If the boy could catch 10 leaves at once, the man would agree to teach him boxing. However, there was only 1 week for practice. After this, the man left, and the boy began trying to catch the leaves. The first leaf was easy to grab, but the second one was much harder because as he reached for it, the first one would fall. In search of a solution, the boy practiced continuously, but by the end of the morning, he still hadn't caught the second leaf. Exhausted and lying on the ground, the boy realized the challenge's difficulty. He understood now that this training was not something an amateur could do. However, Mamoru's goal wasn't to make the boy succeed, he just wanted to discourage him from becoming a boxer. Surprisingly, the boy had great perseverance. Over the next week, he practiced tirelessly. No matter when it was, he was constantly thinking about how to solve the problem of catching the leaves. Days passed, and through his continuous efforts, the boy's punching speed had become very fast. This time, he managed to catch 2 leaves at once. The boy grew more and more excited, and soon, he was able to catch 5 leaves. But sadly, that was his limit. To break through this barrier, his punching speed would need to increase. Yet, today was the last day of the agreed upon time. In a moment of panic, the boy suddenly remembered the sound of Mamoru's punches. It was a sound entirely different from his own, and Mamoru's punches seemed effortless. At that thought, he tried to relax his fist, and sure enough, just as he imagined, he realized that the key was relaxation. Holding his fist too tightly had been slowing down his punches. After that, he synchronized his footwork with the punches, and the speed increased significantly. Realizing this, the boy practiced for a long time. When he was almost out of energy, he called Mamoru over. Now, he was ready to demonstrate. As the leaves fell, the boy took his stance, and once all the leaves had fallen, he opened his palm. There were exactly 10 leaves. He had successfully completed the challenge. Mamoru was astonished. He had actually done it, and with one hand. This made Mamoru see the boy's natural talent, and he decided to teach him boxing. The boy's name was Ippo. He grew up in a single-parent family because his mother ran a shop, and Ippo often helped with the work. Over time, this helped him build strength. At school, Ippo was very quiet and didn't have many friends, but a few school bullies had set their sights on him. They said he always smelled bad and polluted the air, and they gave him a beating, intending to humiliate him further. When they insulted his mother, Ippo got angry, but seeing their expressions, he couldn't bring himself to retaliate. Despite this, the bullies didn't let up. At that moment, a man named Mamoru appeared. With a few swift steps, he frightened the bullies. In an instant, Mamoru had taken all their buttons off, and it was clear that if a fight broke out, Mamoru could easily defeat them. Realizing this, the bullies quickly fled. However, Ippo suddenly fainted. When he woke up again, he found himself in a boxing gym, a place well equipped with medical facilities, so Mamoru had brought him there. When Ippo woke up, the situation should have ended, but Mamoru couldn't help but notice Ippo's timid demeanor. He drew pictures of the bullies and pasted them onto the punching bag, instructing Ippo to strike it with all his strength as a way to release his pent-up emotions. When Mamoru saw that Ippo's punches lacked force, he started teaching him the proper technique. Following Mamoru's guidance, Ippo threw a punch, and to everyone's astonishment, his explosive power was incredible. Not only did he send the punching bag flying with a single punch, but he also broke the skin on his own hand.